Today we're going to be taking a look at the Blokees Toy Story 5 Buzz Lightyear. I was really impressed with the Blokees releases. I got the Spider-Man ones before, and this is the first time I'm getting a different character. My box is unfortunately destroyed. I got it from AliExpress, so that's what I expected. Link is in the description if you're interested. I really like this box. It has this foil metallic shine. So too bad that it's destroyed. Otherwise I would like to collect these. They're a bit too big, I think. They could be much smaller, but they're very nice. It's just an empty package, of course, since it's a building kit, model kit. So that's why I might probably throw it away. And yeah, the model kit itself is just like an action figure. Very, very nice. So it comes with several accessories, and I want to talk about them first. So as you can see, we got different face plates. This one is a smiling one. You actually need to put the teeth there. And we get like a sad looking one without teeth, but his mouth is kind of open. I am not a fan of these because they are very hard to change. So the figure I have here has the angry faceplate. So I wish they just made different head sculpts that we could interchange. These are really not so easy. And we are also not getting interchangeable hands, but fingers, which I am also not a fan of. So here got like a gripping hand. We're gonna exchange and take a look at that. And this is for fists. And we get like open fingers and several thumbs. So these are also for replacement if you lose any parts, and we are getting a closed up wings. So that's a nice addition. That's about it. So, and you also get this laser effect, of course. And if you don't want to lose the laser effect, you have this very, very tiny red piece. You also get a separate one. So I keep it here so you don't lose that. This is very easy to lose. So that's also a bit a bad idea, I would say, because it's very easy to lose. I wish they did a different plate here for the wrist, so you could replace with the laser and without the laser, so it's a bigger piece and you don't lose it. But overall, it's a great figure. It has a light up function. You get all these wings and these turn here. So this is a Toy Story 5 look, I suppose. So he got 2 more wings because he's supposed to have just 2 in the previous movies that I watched. And overall, he is very articulated, nicely painted. I really like this guy. I was waiting for a good Buzz Lightyear figure. It's a model kit, but it feels like a action figure. This, of course, opens up. The head articulates. And you have really, really nice metallic purple here on the head. I love that. Look at that. That's great. That's really nice paint. Overall, here's also metallic purple. I like that. So the wings also have some metallic look to it. I always like that. And here, as you can see, the logo is different. It's black. I think this is supposed to be white here normally, but it lights up when you like hit on it. Didn't work. Yeah, now you can see it lights up. That's also nice, but I wish we also got non-light up with just white logo, because if you're not touching it in display, the logo is going to look kind of off, just going to look black. So that's what I would have wished. And yeah, the wings articulate as well. These are also nice. And yeah, you can put them together like this. So you get the previous movie look with just 2 wings, but you can't remove these. I mean, you can remove them, but they're gonna be holes here. So I wish we could put something into the holes that it looks more like without this turning things. But yeah, it's still cool feature that you can put them together and you can still spread them out, or you can just use this and get the wings closed look, basically. Let's remove this piece, for example, and put that little thing. That is really tough to do. That's why I think this was a really bad idea. They try to save money, of course, from plastic, but this piece could have been a replacement, the whole thing. So it stays there. I hope it doesn't drop. No, it drops. So you're gonna lose this for sure if you don't glue it or something. That's really not good. I'm not gonna put it back because it's gonna drop. So you get this nice laser text in the bottom there. Here, Lightyear. These are not stickers, it's all painted. Here on the arm you get the logo, and actually here the wrist opens up. You get this options stuff here. And yeah, the thumb articulates, wrist articulates. Articulation is very nice on this guy. All right, this might pop out. So ball joint, knees on a ball joint. Very, very good articulation. The butterflies aren't the best. Like, it's not Revoltech quality, of course, the joints, because Revoltech could go really, really further. So you could, like, both hands could touch each other, but it's not the case in this figure. But that's not what I was expecting anyway. I'm not gonna make a crazy pose with this guy. But yeah, let me show you how you change the finger joints. So you have to pull these out and port the open palm one, for example. So you need to do that instead of changing the hand joint. So I'm not a big fan of that. And to change the face, I like to remove the head. So you need to push it here. And yeah, the whole thing comes off. And the eyes move very easy. So this is such a hassle. I wish they gave us the option for movable eyes, but also just static eyes. I hate these, especially on small scale of figures. They are very hard to make it right. And problem with this figure is you have different face plates, but you don't have several eyes. So you need to remove the eyes and put it to the other figure, and you have to rearrange the eyes again. So I'm not gonna do that hustle now. I'm just gonna show you how you just change the face plate. You just pop out the eyes normally. I'm not gonna do that because that takes a lot of time, and it's also, as you can see, not that easy to remove the face plates. So I'm not a big fan of that. I'm just gonna keep this and probably never remove it again. I wanted the eyes to look to the side a bit when he's shooting his laser. Yeah, that is really, really tough to do. I really hate that. Let's put it back. Let's put the head back. And you can also just remove this to remove the head easier. So this is how he looks without it. But I'm gonna put that back. So it just ports in here. Yeah, and when it's closed, it looks cool. And the head articulates good enough, I would say. And yeah, I'm very happy with this release. The size-wise, I'm happy with it. I think it's a bit bigger than the Revoltech one. I don't have that, unfortunately, to compare. But here is a Marvel Legends Punisher. You can see he's much smaller. But I feel like this fits with 6-inch figures. I mean, I like the size of this. All the other huge Buzz Lightyears, I don't know, I was never a fan of. So here's the Beast Kingdom Buzz Lightyear, which is a much bigger scale. Once you have a Marvel Legends next to it, you're gonna see how big it is. But probably this is the most accurate version of Buzz that I ever saw. But unfortunately, my wrist joints both broke, so I replaced them with HE Toys joints. They didn't fit correctly. I had to drill and modify it, unfortunately. But I like this lighter green here than this darker green. So I don't know if in the movie the colors are more accurate on this, but I prefer this look much more. I like the head sculpt more. Of course, this is a more expensive action figure, but I mean, this is the best Buzz I ever saw, probably. Even though the scale is not my favorite, but it's still not that huge like all the other Disney releases that I saw. I don't know which other brands did a Buzz, just know Revoltech, they're very tiny. So this figure doesn't talk or anything, or doesn't have any light up or anything like that, but has very nice articulation, has toe joints, so moves very nicely. You have your Andy on his shoe. You can replace that with the other name, I forgot that. So the articulation is nice. Probably Blokees is better, but this isn't bad either. And yeah, these are stickers, unfortunately. I hope they're gonna hold on. So I don't like that these are stickers. And you can replace this part also. So you cannot open this like the Blokees one, but you're basically replacing that part. Anyways, this is a review for Blokees, so let's focus on that. So depending on the size, I think these are both the best Buzz Lightyear figures ever. If you want a bigger scale, check for Beast Kingdom. Probably this is expensive now. If you don't care that much about scale and you don't want to pay much, definitely get Blokees. This is such a good figure for a cheap price. It's really incredible. I mean, the way they do articulation, paint, accessories, still, I mean, you're paying similar amount like a Marvel Legends, but getting much more, and it looks just better quality. It doesn't feel like a model kit. It doesn't feel hollow. It has even light up function. I mean, what can you do better? They did such a good job. I can highly recommend it. I couldn't speak. It's very warm here. See you in the next one.